good? Coming at y'all live and uncut. My name is Akil Sherman, and welcome to AK Online PT. And on here, I'm going to be addressing a wide variety of health and fitness topics, and debunking some myths and helping you all understand that this fat loss thing is really simple. It's not easy necessarily, but it's actually very simple. So let's get into it. I've been a certified personal trainer for over 20 years. All right. And I'm not the trainer that grew up flat stomach, small waist, in shape with a six pack. That is not my history. All right. So here we are with a few days left of 2022. We're heading into 2023. And so we are excited. We're, ready to start the new year fresh, and January has the new car smell on it. You know what I mean? So we, folks are excited. And I know that folks are chomping at the bit to begin their fitness journey, which hey, you've made that decision, follow through on that. But I want to just go over a few things that I want you to pay attention to and actually to avoid so you don't derail your good intentions. Okay, so number one, January is easy. Okay, because like I said, it's new, it's the new year. So January comes with a certain level of excitement. Okay, but January is easy. February is where things get hard. So what I want to encourage you all to consider is that this is a fitness journey. Okay, you want to shift your mindset and think long term. You don't want to go into January thinking like, I got to lose these 30 pounds. It is a journey, guys, not a sprint. All right, so be patient and remember, you may feel that your motivation starts to wane a bit as January goes on. And we want to implement some things to help keep our motivation going. But just understand that January is going to be exciting, but you want to think long term past January. All right. All right. So the second thing is that we want to pay attention to the weather, like best laid intentions of mice and men. I think that's how that quote goes. And so you want to plan and understand that you don't want to let yourself get derailed by cold weather. It's winter. We know that, particularly here in the States. And so if you can't make it to the gym, try to do some activity at home, but don't just, feel discouraged and quit because maybe the weather conditions aren't as such that prevent you from, and they prevent you from going to the gym. So don't let the weather derail you. Keep in mind that, okay, even though it's cold outside, I'm working on that hot summer body. All right. So don't let the weather discourage you. I got some notes here. Okay. Stay off the scale. Okay. Do not start hopping all over the scale. It's important how you measure your progress, because if you do things that discourage you, it's going to be difficult to stay with the exercise and the consistency. So the scale is actually your enemy. Don't hop on the scale. It's not a good gauge of progress anyway, because there's a number of things that the scale is not going to tell you when you're beginning your fitness journey. For instance, the body holds onto water and it stores glycogen. So those two things in particular will cause the scale not to move, or it may actually cause the scale to go up. That doesn't mean you're not doing the right things. A lot of times when we start to retain, the body retains water to help with the reparation and the repairing, if you will, of the muscles. And then the glycogen is a product that the muscles need in order for them to contract. So when you start exercising consistently, particularly when you're doing your weight training, you're going to retain water to help with the reparation process, and your body's going to start to shuttle glycogen to the muscles because they're going to use them for the activity of exercise. So that is actually why your body composition changes, but you may not see any reflection of that on the scale because your actual makeup starts to shift. So what I would say is stay off the scale and instead take weekly pictures in the same outfit on the same day, the same angle, same everything, and measure that way through your pictures, or try on the same pair of jeans or the same outfit every week. Because guess what? If you see that the outfits that you want to get in start to fit better each week, you become motivated, right? And you start to say, okay, well, let me just stick to the plan and keep going. Hopping on the scale after 3 or 4 weeks and not seeing a significant change in your weight can be discouraging and cause you to give up, when in actuality, you're actually on the right path. Okay, so don't hop on the scale. Oh my goodness. Do not try to, if you're someone who's been struggling for a while and you've never done 5 days of exercise before, don't try to tell yourself that you're going to do 5 days come January. Start slow and then ramp it up. we want easy wins because we're trying to create new habits. So don't come in thinking like, okay, I got to hit the gym 5 days a week for 45 minutes to an hour no, 2 times a week, maybe 3, because guess what? The weather can be wild. Your schedule can change. It's a wide variety of events that could occur that could throw you off. And again, you're back being frustrated and quitting and feeling discouraged. So don't do that. Start with 2 or 3 days a week, achievable goals. People say, is that enough? Yes. Yes, because some activity is always better than none. And my point is, as you get more consistent, you can start to add more days to the week and start exercising more. Also, do not, if you are looking to lose a significant amount of weight, don't go into the gym trying to do 45 minutes of cardio 5 days a week. Number one, for the previous reason I mentioned, but also you don't want to just only focus on cardiovascular exercise if your goal is fat loss. You want to like how you look naked, okay? And so if you only do cardio, ignore weight training, you're going to wind up with a gang of loose skin, and you're not going to like that, okay? So on one hand, yes, we do want to lose weight, but the second and probably more important thing is liking how you look after you lose the weight. All right. So don't come in trying to, do all this cardio going gangbusters. Cardio, let's say if you in a week and you're just starting out, 2 times a week, 20, 30 minutes is sufficient. And this is very important. If your goal is fat loss, do your weight training first and then do your cardio. OK, because your body's, remember I talked about glycogen. The glycogen is used in the muscles during the weight training. Your body's going to burn that up during the weights. And then once the body uses that, it then relies on fat as an energy source. So you're better served if you come in, do a little warm up, 5-10 minutes, go to your weight training, use up the glycogen. And then once you're done with that glycogen, the body says, okay, well, now we're all about this fat burning. So now your cardio is more effective and more efficient. Do your cardio at the end. I don't want to hear about, I want to do my cardio, get out the way. Listen, if you have been unsuccessful for years, the way you've been doing things is not working. It is time for new behaviors. Okay. So let's move out of our comfort zone and get some results. Okay. Lastly, don't treat this upcoming weekend as a free for all where, okay, I got to get all my junk food in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and start fresh on Monday. 2 things are wrong with that. Number one, the psychological component of, you put all this crap in your body and now you're trying to flip a switch and go cold turkey. Stop doing that, because you've again, these are repeated behaviors that you've used in the past and they have left you being unsuccessful. Move away from that stuff. The second thing is when you consume the bad foods like the high salt, the high sugar, those things, and like a lot of carbohydrates, things of that nature, we're introducing bad gut bugs into our system. Okay. And those bad gut bugs cause us to have more carb cravings. So when you probably have found yourself eating carbs and then wanting more carbs. That's why. That's not psychological. That's physiological. So when we are eating the nonsense, it causes us to really want more nonsense. So if you go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, eat nonsense and think you're going to flip a switch and your body's still kind of asking for the nonsense, come Monday, Tuesday, it's going to be much harder to stick with your plan. And the other part of this is don't go cold turkey. Transition into good eating habits. People, we get all excited, we get all revved up and we want to just, start with a clean slate. Again, you've probably tried that before. We want to move away from the diet mentality and move into lifestyle mentality. So if you have some things in the house that may tempt you, freeze them or give them away. Okay. But let's not try to feel like we have to eat all the bad stuff in the house so we can get rid of it. Let's think things through. Give them to the kids, give them to the neighbors, give them to your church, take them to work, just get rid of them. And then focus on, starting with small increments. Like I said, 2 or 3 times a week with the exercise, paying attention to adding in maybe an additional bottle of water. If you're not a great water drinker, try to have veggies 2 or 3 times a week if you're not having any vegetables within the week. But you don't have to try to flip this switch and become a whole new person in January. Take steps, because what you'll find is that is more sustainable And then also, if you have a significant amount of weight to lose, like more than 30 pounds, you're going to hit a plateau at some point. And so you want to leave room for yourself to be able to, turn up a notch. So going back to my point about not coming in 5 days a week and doing all this stuff, when you come in, you're doing 2 or 3 times a week, you're going to start to see some changes in your body. And then you may hit a plateau. Then you can go to 3 or 4 times a week. You can add in an additional bottle of water. You can ramp up the intensity of your workout. You can eat more vegetables throughout the week. There are many other ways that you can continue to bust those plateaus as they come if you are systematic and methodical in your approach. Okay. But yeah. Oh, track. And here's the other thing. Track your nutrition. Track your nutrition so you can keep an eye on what you're actually eating. Because a lot of times we think we're doing better than we actually are. And so we want to make sure that we take care to have some data that we can refer back to and make sure that we know actually, and tactically what's going on. All right. And then we can correct that. And so another area that I want to touch on before we get out of here is being sure to give yourself some grace. And what I mean is, there may be some hiccups where you might miss a day. Don't beat yourself up. You may miss a day at the gym, or you may miss a workout, or you may eat something that you should not have. Just do the best you can at the next opportunity. That's all you have to do. And what I mean is, if you miss a workout at the next available, like if you go for morning workouts, work out in the afternoon, or make sure you work out the next morning. If you, have something at lunch, like you maybe have some fast food at lunch, have a salad for dinner, and then, start the next day fresh with a good breakfast and get back in the routine. But don't just feel like, oh, if I messed up a day, then my whole week is messed up. Like, let's get out of that all or nothing mentality. Okay. Because again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. We're looking for progress, not perfection. And I do believe that's it, man. I would just encourage you all to make sure that, because what we want to do here is focus on staying consistent and building good habits that will help carry you through the first 60 days. Okay. Preferably the first 90 days of the year. But if we can get to the first 60, like we want to actually the first 30, but like I said, January is easy. but we want to make sure that we get to February and really get some momentum, really start to see the body change. And so now we're excited, we're feeling pumped, and we're feeling motivated to continue. Results are the thing that makes you motivated. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see your body changing, then you know that you're getting results, and results are exciting. And that reinforces us to decide to continue to take action. So that's the key. We want to make sure that we take a sustainable approach to all of this. We don't want to come in with this all or nothing. I got to go hard and cold turkey, particularly if you've tried that in the past and it didn't work. Like, that's the beautiful thing about being human. We can review the mistakes from the past and learn from them and then do different things to change our future. But your past does not dictate your future. Okay. You're not doomed to repeat the past unless you refuse to learn from it. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. And I thank you all for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. Also, if you are interested, I will offer a free workout for you that you can click the link in the notes below, where you can you can click the link, I should say, and you will have access to a free workout, a free grocery list, as well as the 7 foods that you want to avoid if your goal is weight loss. And lastly, if you are interested in booking a free call with me, that's available on there too. All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.